Alright, I'm back. A little follow-up video. Had to do a little setup. So the neck was either dead nut straight or had a little back bow to it. So I was getting a little bit of vibration, not on open string, but on fretted strings up here. And another, I worked on a little bit. Raised the bridge. The action was like, where's my little action gauge at? I got one of these little bad boys. And it was suggesting between 1.5 and 2 millimeters. The top string action was 1 1/4. It's pretty low. So I've moved it up to 1 1/2. I've got the buzz out. There's one fret here though. Sometimes when I let off it buzzes. It's not doing it now. I think I took care of it. But I think 1 1/2 millimeters is probably. That's probably okay. Didn't have to mess with the bottom at all. It was just a little truss or a little bridge. Just twisted that little guy, and I did like a not even a quarter turn on the neck. It just put a little try to get it like a little less than flat. Like it was extremely flat. I checked it with my my handy dandy this guy, and I guess I could try to see if I can put a big gouge in my guitar real quick. Make sure I get the right side up. I'm doing this completely wrong. On this video is terrible. I mean, I can't even barely see. I had a flashlight. I could see a little light, but so like this is the front pickup. Middle position. Bridge pickup. Everything's dimed. That's all the way off. Neck pickup. Both. Everything's wide open, tend. Everything works, I guess. I mean, I looked this thing over real close. There's a little bit of tooling marks on a couple of the frets, like up here by the bone nut. I forgot to mention that in my other video. It's got a bone nut, which is like another just wild thing for this price point. The flame, dude, it dances pretty good. I'm having a hard time getting it filmed in the light. I got the reflection. There, kind of getting it to go a little bit. That's probably the best I'm gonna get there. Right there, I can get it to dance right there. So it does the half and half right there. My side looks flat. It's pretty cool because it's subtle. It's not like a super harshy, but like, I don't know. It's probably, I'm blown away. Jam a little jam maybe real quick. I don't know. Switch the pickups. Let's do both pickups. Everything's dimed. I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like I just turned into a Firefly fanboy, but like, dude, I stuck the hardest part was getting the truss rod thing off because the screw was under the string. I had to like move the string a little bit, but like, I mean, I'm talking like I moved it that much because it was like dead nuts. Like I put the straight edge on there, I put that on there, and it was flat. Like I called it on the first video, maybe a back bow. It wasn't back bow. It was dead flat. And this was super low. Like the action was so low. It was just like I might be able to lower it back down again, but I just want to see if I get the buzz out. And like the buzz wasn't even really coming through the amp. It's just like for some reason, me personally, I don't really like buzz in my frets. Oh, dude, this guitar is better at guitar than I am at guitar. So cool. You know, I looked at some of the stuff, like maybe up in here, there might be like a little weird in that inlay. There might be a little hairline in that. But like, Deer Garden's guitar, there's a slight weirdness in my inlay. Dude, this is 2 tanks of gas in my truck. 2 tanks of gas. That's a flame top with like, I called it black. It's not a black fretboard, but it's a lot darker than my other fretboards. Like it's the color fretboards I wish all my fretboards were. Good Lord. The thing that's cool is like the neck. Good feeling neck. It's like, it's not a baseball bat, but it's not a wizard's wand either. It feels good. Like it feels good when I'm trying to practice my bar chords because I can get my thumb on the back. You know, when you're doing the old thumb on the back, there's something to press against. It feels good. I don't know. Probably the lamest tone video in the history of tone videos. I got like a weird glare coming in. I love that it's not SG shaped. To say this is an SG clone, it's like a clone of maybe a clone. That's what's so cool about it. Is like inspired by, definitely, but it's not a clone. It's not an SG clone. It's completely different. Everything about it's different. From the volute to the neck joint to the pick guard to the way the offset is to the layout. I'm loving that. It's like, oh yeah, straight across, evenly spaced. I do have one knob that has to be pulled and readjusted because, like, you know, they missed it when they put it on, but like, oh god, boo-hoo, poor me. Let me just... This thing so far, but I like the end of the first unboxing video, I just kind of like hit a couple notes and it buzzed real crazy, and I was like, ugh, I didn't really like the way that ended, but like I wanted to do a quick follow-up. Like this is literally 28 minutes later. I mean, 28 minutes later is as good as, I don't think it's as good as it's going to get. I mean, still in tune. Oh, number 3 came down a little bit. I mean, the intonation, That's almost dead nuts on. That's almost dead nuts on. Little sharp. Little sharp. Little sharp. Just barely. I mean, I'm talking just barely on the sharps. Totally adjustable right back here. My this guy, I worked on him the other day. I can't get the intonation. I'm gonna have to actually move the bridge like this, the first and the third there, or whatever. Absolutely impossible. Can't get it. Tried. There ain't enough back off to get it to go. This guitar, I was able to get perfect intonation in. Totally doable. But just look at the color of the neck's difference. Is that showing up? How much redder that one is? I mean, this one's close. This has got a pretty dark neck, although it's kind of stripy. I just whacked my guitars together. Oh man, it's light too. Oh, it hurt my arm. It hurt my arm. I don't know. I'm all about the budget guitars because, like, you just don't know what you're going to get. You could get a shitter. Or you could get something awesome like I got. Pretty sure I got an awesome guitar. Pretty excited. I know this channel's ridiculous because I'm not good at guitar, and I must have a dirty lens someplace that's like the sun's blooming in. It looks like a smoke-filled room, but it's not. But it looks, the neck is so beautiful. I just can't believe how good looking this is. That dark is the way, isn't that how everyone wants their necks? Is dark like that? Is it food coloring? I don't even know. I mean, my dirty fingers is from, I was using some adhesive today. That's not from my fretboard, trust me. I tried to wash my hands beforehand. I couldn't get the adhesive off. But I was too excited to film. All right, 12 minutes, there it is. The sound check. One good strum and see how long it lasts. Here we go. Open. Still going. Still going. Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. That so little money can get you such amazingness. Is it? Oh, my robot just fired off. It's not perfect. Like I said, there's tooling marks. I got a little scratch in the finish here. Looks like it's actually under the. It's either under the, but it's like maybe from the tooling. I don't think it'll show up. It's just very light. Like if it doesn't show up on camera, it's not real. I mean, it's the most nitpicky of the nitpicky. It's like, try to find something. And I mean, I looked and like a little bit of tool scratching on this first fret when they did the bone work. That's it. And we're talking like that one's, it's like a little like 1/8 inch, like very light. The inlays are decent. And, you know, these ones up here may have been slightly overcut, but there's no gaps. It's all filled in, and you got to like stare and stare and stare. This inlay has like a little, because they're manufactured inlays, maybe one little pinhole in it. I don't know if that may actually show. Like, it'll be right next to this string right here. I don't know if it'll show. I mean, it's so small you can't even see it. The ball and frets are just gorgeous. I mean, whatever, dude. Someone was like, "These not for beginners." I mean, I get it, not for beginners, because I had to do a little tiny truss adjustment and I had to adjust the bridge. But I got some news for you. If you're a beginner guitar, you need to learn how to do that. I had a buddy I played video games named Lynx, and he told me, when I told him I was getting back into guitar, he didn't know what level I was. He said the first thing you should do is take your guitar completely apart and put it back together so you understand your guitar. So maybe this is the perfect guitar for a beginner, because like you're going to want to know how to do those things. Like you can't take your guitar to a luthier for a slight truss rod adjustment. I mean, come on, dude. Unless you're completely inept, which maybe I rescind my statement, but like that's not rocket science. Like you don't just sit on that thing and yank on it. You just do a slight adjustment, just like it's buzzing. Oh, I got to relieve that a little bit. I mean, if you don't know which way to go, Google it. Google relief guitar neck truss rod adjustment. It'll tell you which way to go. I'm not going to tell you because you'll blame me when you do it wrong, but trust me, you know how I know that? I looked it up myself so I didn't do it wrong. Whatever. This will be featured in Saturday Song Days. I promise you. How cool is that? All right, 16 minutes. What is wrong with me? Whatever. I'm excited. Welcome to the welcome me to the Firefly Club. I'm a proud member. Harley Benton versus Firefly. I don't know. This thing. The Bentons all had problems that were like required either like some serious work. I had to do fret work on the TV yellow. Like I had to file frets, and the 550 broken knob. I mean, is that a tragedy? But like, there's no broken knobs on this one. Knob needs to be pulled off, readjusted, put back on. So there is a knob adjustment required. But I could also leave it forever, and it would never be a problem. But I don't know. I always thought black and red was my favorite color, but I'm digging on this blue, dude. That blue and black and chrome is just killer. It is so killer. I'm just trying to get it so like the window reflection is just brutal. But yeah, no, it's real. It's a real Tiger Flame, and it dances, it moves. It's bookmarked perfectly, but the way it shimmies is one side's always showing harder than the other. So like in the perfect, it like shows both, and then it's always dancing back and forth. So it's like, and it's subtle too. It's not like a big harshie. Up here it got a little weird, but you know, it's not going to be a quadruple A rated. I don't see much. There's not much verticality in the grain, a little bit, but it's just enough where it's not obnoxious. It looks cool. So, tip of the hat to the Firefly folks. I was nervous. This is a new guitar. Not a lot of information out there on it. Me and Jimmy Stewart, I think, are the only ones. And my videos are way amateur, so proceed with caution, I would say, but proceed with confidence. At least in my case, you could get a shitter. I got a good one. Yeah, buddy. Peace. 18 minutes.